Hey everyone, it's Variel at Tekmetric, and in this video I'm going to go over Tekmetric's parts management feature. We are releasing these enhancements in order to help improve how users manage parts within Tekmetric. So to begin, let's briefly go over how and where parts are currently handled. In this diagram, there are 4 main areas where parts are handled. Ideally, all your parts should be associated with the purchase order. These purchase orders can be created for your stock items in inventory or for items needed on repair orders. Ultimately, parts are either going to be in your inventory or placed on a repair order to be used on a vehicle. I want to quickly review how parts currently move within Tekmetric before moving along to the enhancements. So let's begin with the repair orders. Within a repair order, you can quote and order parts from vendors. When you submit and order parts from one of the parts supplier integrations, a purchase order is automatically created upon order submission. Now, if you order your parts outside of the integrations, you should be entering a phone order in order to properly track where your parts are coming from. Not only can you purchase parts for the repair order, but you can also add parts from your inventory. However, there are cases where you do realize you don't need all the parts assigned to the repair order. There are times that you will want to return some of these items. And so, Tekmetric already has the capability of removing parts from the repair order and sending them to returns. However, what about the times that you accidentally return a part, or you mark a part for return but you do realize you are going to end up using it on the RO? So part of this enhancement feature is that we are going to allow you guys to be able to unreturn an item and return it back to the RO. So let's go ahead and navigate to Tekmetric so I can show you guys how you're going to unreturn an item and move it back to the RO. So now that we are in Tekmetric, let's go ahead and navigate to a repair order. So in this repair order, I have ordered and received an alternator with a quantity of 1 and an air filter with a quantity of 10. Let's go to my parts hub and let's just say the air filters that I have ordered 10, but I actually want to go ahead and return 5 of them. I'm going to go ahead and click return as you do now, and you will see that the quantity available for this repair order has now been updated to 5, and now that there are 5 already now in returns. And if I exit out of Parts Hub, you will notice that it also updated the job card to show that there's only a quantity of 5 on the job. So let's go ahead now and navigate to our returns orders section by clicking orders on the left menu bar, and then navigating to return orders. Here, as you can see, you'll see the 5 air filters that I have marked for return. In the case that you want to actually unreturn these and move them back to the RO, you will navigate to the very right of the part line item and click the 3 dots. Here, you will select Move Back to RO. You can choose to move all 5 back to the RO, but in this example, I want to just move back 3, and I'll click Move Part. Once you select that, a window will pop up to warn you that they have been moved to the RO, and we can now navigate to the RO. When you navigate back to the RO, you will find a warning sign letting the service writer know that there are unbilled or partially unbilled parts sitting in Parts Hub. This means that these parts are not assigned to a particular job, they're just sitting there within Parts Hub. If you scroll down, you will see that the service writer has a little warning sign. This is stating that you have only a quantity of 5 on this job. However, because we did move 3 back from the return section, you actually have a quantity available of 8. So this is letting you know that you need to reassign the parts that you moved back onto the repair order before closing out the RO. So the service writer can either navigate into Parts Hub to reassign them, or from within the job card, if he clicks the edit pencil, he can update the quantity to 8. And once he does that, the warning will go away. In the cases that your service writer does forget or is just super busy, shop owners now actually have the capability of blocking the RO from posting. In their advanced settings, you can require billing for all parts. This means that the service writer or whoever is trying to close out the RO cannot close out the RO if there are any unassigned parts sitting in Parts Hub. So let's navigate back to this RO. So now that we've already gone over how to unreturn an item, let's go ahead and show y'all the next step of the enhancement. So let's say now that you have parts on the repair order, but you don't want to return them. Instead, you want to store it in your inventory to use on a later RO. The next feature for parts management is to have the ability to send an item to inventory from the repair order. So now I'm going to navigate back into Tekmetric to show you guys how you'll be able to send an item into inventory. So now that I am back in this repair order, I'm going to navigate into my parts hub, go under orders and received, and for my air filters, I'm going to click the 3 dots and I want to now move to inventory. And let's say I want to move 3 of these air filters into my inventory. Now I'm going to click continue. A window is going to appear to tell you that Tekmetric has checked the part number on the back end and it looks like this item is not already in your inventory. And so when you move this part into inventory, it's going to create a new part profile. And now we're going to select Move Part. Once I move the part, I'm going to go ahead and go into my inventory to show you guys. Let's go to Inventory. I'm going to search the part number. And here it is the Napa air filters. What's available is 3 because that is what I had moved into my inventory. So let's navigate back to my presentation. So now that we've completed parts movement within a repair order, let's go ahead and move on to inventory. Right now in Tekmetric, you can enter a phone order for your inventory items, but what if you need to actually return an inventory item that you have ordered? So part of the parts management feature is the ability to return an inventory item and to be able to move any item sitting in returns into inventory. And so let's navigate into Tekmetric to show you guys the last set of this feature. So now that I am in inventory, I'm going to go ahead and click into one of my inventory parts. And if I scroll down, I'm going to find the purchase orders. You need to have a purchase order associated with your inventory item in order to mark it for returns. Because if you don't have a purchase order, Tekmetric doesn't know who you're trying to return it to. So please make sure that you do have a purchase order associated with your inventory items. Now, once I find these purchase orders, I'm going to scroll to the very right and click the 3 dots. And here I'm going to select Return Part. Now I just want to return one of them and click Save. Once I do that, my in-stock has been updated to 2, and I'm going to navigate to my Orders section, click Return Orders, and now it has been updated, and here you will find that the air filter with the quantity of 1 is now in returns. And lastly, just to show you guys again, you can scroll to the right and click on the 3 dots, and now I can move it to inventory. And once quantity of 1, click Continue. It will now warn me there is already a match that exists in my inventory item, and I will select the option to add it to the existing profile for the air filter and click Move Part. And now this part has been moved back to my inventory. Here you will find the in-stock item is now back to 3. So just to quickly review the overall parts management feature, all these arrows in gray is already what exists in Tekmetric, and what's in red has been added. So to briefly review again, all your parts really should have a purchase order associated with them, and that's going to be either for your inventory stock items or for any parts on a repair order. When you're on a repair order, you can either add items from your inventory or, of course, add items from purchase orders. Now, once you have those parts on your repair order, there are times you might want to return the parts ordered on the RO or just send those items back to inventory. So sending items back to inventory is part of this new feature. And if you accidentally return something and need to actually return it back to the repair order, you now have the option to move a part from returns back to the RO. And lastly, the whole new feature is between inventory and return orders. You now have the ability to return an inventory item or send any return ordered parts back into inventory. If you guys have any questions on this big new feature, please do not hesitate to contact support. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and to share it with the rest of your team. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you would like to see more helpful videos for auto repair shops. Have a wonderful day.